What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna explain why dudes find it in their best interest to not date single moms. Because first of all, dating a single mom come with lots of problems. Because either you're gonna clash with a child, because depending on what age the child is, and depending on the child's male or female, you can have different issues. You can have a young, especially when they reach their teenage years, you have different issues. Like a young teenage boy is gonna start to buck up to you and start to try to challenge you, while a young teenage girl, if you for any reason she feels like she want to get you up out of out of her house, it would be very easy. And we all know the stuff she could say to get you up out of that house with a quickness. Just simple like that. So that's why guys don't want to date single moms. Then they realize that, oh, her child might have an issue with me, and they could say things to not just get me up out the house, but click, click. And I'm about to show you with these videos why dudes find it to not be in their best interest to date single mom. So if you're a female that don't have a child now, you better marry before you carry, because once you do have a child, the type of dude that's gonna be going after you and the type of dude that you want might not align. And because especially when the dude become of a higher status, they definitely don't want to date single mom. So if you don't believe me, I'm gonna check out a brother from the Kenya G channel explain his situation, like why he don't want to date a single mom. So if you don't care what I gotta say, listen to someone from the Kenya G channel, someone making $300, someone making 300K, explain why he wouldn't date a single mom. So he's a high value man saying why he wouldn't want to date a single mom.
Could she have children already?
Absolutely not.
No woman with children.
None at all. None.
None at all. Do you want to explain that? I mean, no pushback, just
Mhm.
for an educational moment, why you won't date a woman with kids.
I wouldn't date a woman with kids because I want someone who has a sense of purpose in life and who puts a lot of time into figuring out why they're with this person, right? And anyone near my age at 26 years old will have not gone into a marriage, take their time, get their education, gone into marriage, have kids, and do a divorce all within 26 years. It's highly unlikely that someone could be doing the right steps in life and end up in that position, divorced with kids at 26 years old. So, no.
He explained it quite clearly, quite articulate the way he explained it. That if you're having a kid that early, the chances are that you didn't. The chances are that you made a lot of mistakes, or a couple mistakes, to end up in that situation where either you didn't get married, you had a child out of wedlock, and those already sound like, oh, she wasn't married and she just had a child out of wedlock and she was just fucking at a young age. I'm out of here, cause if you want to talk about the evolutionary psychology reason about pair bonding and stuff like that, those are issues, because that means at that young age she's having multiple partners, and that's gonna mess her up for the type of woman she's gonna be in the future. So I'm just saying, like early 20s, having like a child in your early 20s, you probably didn't vet the dude long enough. You probably weren't married, and you probably had the child without planning it, or you probably had a child because some dude just said, "Oh yeah, trust me." And all four of them reasons is reasons to just don't deal with a girl. But let's continue.
Problem with dating as single mums. I don't understand the
A
issue with
lot.
these men.
There's a lot of problems.
We're talking men in their late 30s, like 38, 39, and as soon as you mention you've got children, they don't want to fucking know. I don't get it. And then they go simping over 21-year-olds. And that's because they've got no responsibility. The free spirited to get to do whatever the hell they want, and it makes them look good and feel better about themselves. There is nothing wrong with dating a single mother. Like, my kids are practically teenagers. Well, my daughter is. She's nearly 16. My son's nearly 11. If anything, I've got more free time now opposed to what I had 4 years ago. This whole stigma of like dating someone with kids has really, really got to stop. Like, it's wrong. Really is wrong. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm 33 years old. I know what I want.
Okay, that's enough with her. She's 33 years old and she says she knows what she wants. So that means she has a 16-year-old. So that means she was, before she even was like turning 20, she was getting it in and having a child. That means she wasn't making good decisions in her early teenage years. Not her teen, her early 20s, because she had another one at probably, because she said he was 11 and she's 33. That means she had another one at 22. I don't know if I heard her age right. I might have not missed her age, but whatever. That means she had another one at 22. So that means even after she had her first child, she didn't learn. Listen, like even after she had her first child, she didn't learn her lesson about wait till you're married or wait till you find someone that's gonna be with you long term because the dude's not here right now and she's complaining. So
It's said that single moms are kind of at the lowest of the totem pole for dating, but then on the flip side, you and other men promote the get therapy self. So it's like, why am I working on myself if I'm at the lowest part of the option pool?
Okay. So we can start from any given point. Generally, so like let's say I have someone that's calling me for like coaching or something like that. And let's say that they ask me, should I date this single mother? And you got to look at every situation within the context. If they're young, if they're beginning stages in their life, they haven't figured out their life yet, they got a lot of places to go within life, I suggest that they not. Why? Because you're taking on her as well as her child. You're taking on a bill that you don't necessarily need to put within your life. You're putting an additional barrier within your life, and it wasn't your decision. So I make sure that men understand those options. Because like I tell on the channel all day is that you have to be very intentional about the steps that you are taking in life. And if you do not understand what this is and what it can lead it down to, I mean, and also for me specifically, I'd rather not a pre-made family.
damn, he said it quite well. You ever like borrow someone's video game and you start playing where they left off and like, what the freak? Like, what's going on? Like, don't know like what to do for certain situations, have all these problems. It doesn't make sense to do that. It doesn't make sense to start. It doesn't make sense to start playing it with someone else's save file, basically. Because why would you start playing with someone else's save file when you just start your own save file? Basically, start your own family, instead of dealing with a pre-made family. I'm just saying, like, why would you want to deal with a pre-made family when you could deal with your own family, someone that you made your own? Because there's gonna be certain manners and certain stuff in that child that you not know what to deal with because that's not in your lineage and that's not in her lineage. That's in the other dude's lineage, like mental shit and stuff like that. Because a lot of like mental things, like the way people think, is passed down like through DNA. Like your thought process and stuff like that is not just learned. It's like some of it's your thought process and the way you think is not just learned. Some of it you're born with.
What's the problem?
Wish I had a partner again. A person, a significant other, somebody to help me clean up around the house, help with cooking, make me something to eat. I'm not feeling great. Run to the store, grab me some meds.
Basically, she just wants some help, and she probably needs a lot of it because being a single parent is hard. That's why dudes don't want to come in the middle of you being a single parent because we know it's difficult. We see you struggling, and we don't want to struggle with you. We don't want to be in difficult situations that we didn't put ourselves into, and we're not coming here to save you.
Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son?
I was trying to teach him right from wrong. Man, give me this gun, dog.
Disrespectful.
I said.
That's what.
So you gonna break up with me because of my child?
Listen,
He's just a child.
He's bad, dog.
She just need a little guidance, man. Like, don't. That's a petty reason to break up with somebody. I ain't gonna lie.
Raise your child, woman.
Over a 10-year-old. Over a 10. Okay.
Dog, he's bad.
Right. Okay, but that's not no reason to break up with nobody.
Can't do it no more, man.
So you gonna
figure out that, man. I'm done.
So you just gonna throw all these years down the drain?
I said, why would I get her kids food? Why would I get her kids some food? They with their daddy. She was right here. They daddy should be feeding
8 and 5-year-olds eating steak with a side of A1 sauce.
Get her. Hey, going back to the kitchen. Yo, hey, don't put that order in. Hey, don't put that order in. That ain't my kids. Don't put that order in. Don't put that order in. That ain't my kids. For real, like I'm about to give me my check. I want just my check with my. No, I'm saying I want my check. Okay, don't put them kids on my bill. Them ain't my kids. Them ain't my kids. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to put a bill on me and them ain't my kids. Late to the date. She's trying to make me get some food for her and her kids. What's wrong with that? What you mean what's wrong with that? It's my first date. I ain't even met the kids yet. I'm late. I gotta buy them steak. She said steak and 2 chicken tenders. What's wrong with that? Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't on my side. Ain't nobody on my side, man. Hey, it's cool though. It's cool though. Whatever. It's cool though. She gonna take that off. She's checking that shit. I ain't paying for your kids.
So y'all still want to talk about? You see why dudes don't want to date single mamas? Like they want resources more than anything. Yes, they're looking for relationships, but the thing that they want the most is resources. They need help. Like she's worried about trying to get her kids fed, then worried about trying to like get to know the dude that she's on a date with. That's that's how single moms are wired to think. Worry about, oh, I need to take care of my child before anything because she don't got a second help. So if she until she gets that help, she just worry about, oh, trying to take care of her child because her child comes first. And no dude want to be in a position where he's coming in, oh, I'm gonna be second no matter what I do. I'm always gonna be second because she had her child out of wedlock. In a marriage, it's supposed to be the man, woman. They're supposed to come. The man, woman. They come first, and then the kids. Like in the man, okay, I'm gonna take care of my wife. She take care of the kids. So the wife come first, then the kids. Woman, same thing. But like when you have a child and then you come into a new relationship, it's there because it's gonna be the child comes first and then everything else. And nobody want to be in a situation where they're second. And nobody want to be in a situation where, oh, I gotta give up my resources to something I didn't help make or a situation I didn't have anything to do with, but I had to sacrifice to make concessions for myself. Like, why would someone do that? Like, yeah, I think about it from the male's point of view. It doesn't make sense to date single moms for some dudes. For some dudes, I understand. Oh, you found a quality woman and she's a single mom. Understand. But the majority of single moms, I'm gonna tell you, they ain't shit. The vast majority of single moms ain't shit. You'll find like 30% of single moms good women, and they're gonna get married again. The other 70, yeah, do I need to continue on? You already know about single moms. The other 70 is gonna stay single. They know that. Is what it is. And one thing, there is no benefit to a dude to dating a single mom, but there is more problems and more like how can I say? There's more risk. Either the child when the child starts to get older, the child's gonna start to challenge you. And you're gonna say, you're not my dad, you can't do nothing. And then mom's gonna back it up and say, oh yeah, he's my child, you can't do nothing, you can't touch him because that's her child. And you all gotta do is like, all right, that's your child. I'm not gonna deal with it because you don't have to. It doesn't make no sense to stay in that situation when she's like, you can't discipline a child the way you find fit because the mom's gonna say, "Oh no, that's my child." It doesn't make sense to stay in a situation like that at all for any guy. Hey yo, I'm out of here.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.